Habari Gani Tribe. Happy Wednesday. It is officially a wine down Wednesday. Sheesh. I feel like I haven't said that in forever. I should say it again. It is officially a wine down Wednesday. I literally feel like I have not said that in ages. And I know that I've said it before. Like, I haven't said this in ages, but this time I am so for real. I have not said it in weeks. I haven't said it since last year. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but I literally have not said happy Wednesday since 2023. And so, cheers to 2023 for those of you guys that are tuning in for the very first time before we get started. My name is Angie Digante. I am the owner of Accent Styles Boutique, where a percentage of every single sale goes towards sending kids in Kenya to school. And so you guys are probably like, what does that mean? How does it happen? And so what happens is we change a life in Kenya through our passion for fashion. And so we're able to supply them with education and with school supplies and with hygiene, and a lot of those things that they need for everyday life. And so if you guys are tuning in, you're in the Tampa Bay area, definitely check us out at 2742 North Florida Avenue. Tonight's a little different. I'm not in the boutique. I'm not in the store. I'm at home. I'm in my pajamas. I'm relaxing. I'm resting. Listen, we have a lot to catch up on. Skiza, right? Listen. Your girl is spilling the tea tonight. It's been ages. Listen, it's been ages. If you guys are tuning in, feel free follow us on TikTok, on Facebook, on IG at Accent Styles Boutique. You can also shop with us online. If you guys are tuning in tonight, let us know, where are you tuning in from and how are you winding down? Right? We got Happy Wednesday. We missed you the last few Wednesdays. Listen, Nakumis, sana. I missed you guys so much too. Um, if you like to see your notifications pop up on the screen, you want your comments to be displayed, definitely, hop over on YouTube. That way I'm able to share them. But I have my handy dandy phone as always. And so, worst case scenario, I can read some of the comments out loud, right? So listen, we have people that are tuning in from Houston. We have someone tuning in from Toronto. Listen, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I think it's always so much fun to hear, like, where are you tuning in, where are you watching from, and how are you unwinding tonight, right? You don't have to unwind with wine or an alcoholic beverage. It can be tea, it can be water, it can be juice, whatever puts you in that relaxing mood. You could be like sitting in a hot tub right now, right? You're probably thinking winter, who could be in a hot tub, but Florida's weather is quite fickle, right? We have people tuning in from Washington, D.C. Someone is like, yes, spill the tea. 2024 has been something. Listen, 2024 has been something. And so I would love, right? That's one of the things I want to do tonight. I want to talk about all the crazy things that has happened in 2024 because I feel like it has been outrageous. So listen, again, if you want your comments shared, you want them to be visible, definitely, right? Definitely tune in via YouTube. That way your comments can be displayed. So listen, it is a new year, right? And I know that I'm joking, like, new year, new you, very funny, but no, seriously, I want to hear, have you guys made any new year's resolutions or any solutions or any plans to make life better and actually stuck to them? Now I'm getting all up in your business. um Let me see, someone said that they are losing weight this year. Okay, listen. So that is something that I feel like I'm working on every single year, like being the better version of myself physically. And so this year, I am very proud to say that it is literally the 31st of January, and I'm already about 10 pounds down. I have my trainer, Kay Rich. I'm not sure if she's tuning in tonight, but Kay Rich is phenomenal. Listen, I tell her my goals, we set these goals, and she definitely makes them happen. On the last live that I spoke on, I talked about finding your connector, and how important it is to make a plan and set a goal and find your connector to actually assure that you carry it through. And so, in this season, right, I want you guys to establish your connector. Who is my person that is going to get me to the next level, right? If your goal is to buy a house, your connector is probably a real estate agent. If your goal is to be held accountable with your finances and to save more and invest more, then your connector is going to be a financial advisor, or maybe someone that has a profession in trading stocks, right? So listen, whatever your goal is, I want you to make your goal. I want you to make your plans. I want you to set a realistic time period for it to get done. And I want you to find your divine connector. That way you can make it happen. Listen, I want all of your dreams to come true this year, each and every year, but definitely in 2024. I want this to be a year like no other. My pastor, the past few sermons at Truth Outreach International or Truth Outreach Global Ministries has been the open vault. And we've been talking about how the vault is open and everything that we need is in there: financial wealth, good money management, the husband, the kids, the new car, the new job. All of the things are in the vault. Everything that you need in 2024 is there. All you have to do is like make your plan, reach out and grab it. It can be that much of a reality for you. So find your divine connector. Listen, if you guys are tuning in, I want you guys to type in the comments, like, I am searching for my divine connector, right? And if you go real hard like me, I want you to put in the comments, like, my divine connector is going to find me. So I think it makes it so much more effortless. Like when my divine connector finds me, it is such an easy process for me to obtain all of my goals because my mind is already made up. Hello, Lance. Thanks for tuning in. My mind is already set. Like it's already going to happen. I see Lance put in the comments, right? He is going so hard, just like me. I am searching for my divine connector, right? His divine connector is going to find him, right? I'm searching for my divine connector. My divine connector will find me. It listen, and so it shall be. And so it shall be. Listen, 2024 is definitely going to be like one of the best years of my life. And I feel like I say this every single year, but I promise you this year something feels so very, very different. Like everything feels light, everything feels beautiful. Listen, so I know last year, right? We talked about me being 32 with no boo. That was the theme. That was a theme for months and months and months of how happy I was. Hey, Jane, thanks for tuning in. We talked about how I was spending 32 single and what single at 32 with no boo looked like, right? And it looked really beautiful for me. It looked like a brand new property in Kenya. It looked like one of the largest tours that I had ever hosted in my career. It looked like some of the busiest days at my store. It looked like some of my most adventurous moments. It looked like one of my most liberated years. And so I think that it is absolutely, hello, Laura. I think that it is absolutely mind blowing that one of the moments that I consider to be a very bad time in my life, not one of the worst times, because there has been worse, right? Worse would be just theatrical, right? It wasn't the worst time in my life, but for it to be one of the bad times in my life, but become one of the best times in my life, one of the bossiest times in my life, one of the most beneficial times in my life, thinks that I think that it screams like exactly what God can do for you. And so 32 with no boom has been magical, right? But I think I'm gonna save that for later or maybe another Tuesday. I'm like, but 32. I don't think I'm gonna be saying that for too much longer. But I digress. I digress. That's a whole nother topic, right? That's me spilling the tea way too soon. I have my 2024 cup, so cheers to us. Listen, it's a dry January, and so I have definitely been like on my juice and on my waters and on my teas. And so you guys can have what you have. I can have what I have. But either way, it is a beautiful 2024. And so listen, I see you guys tuning in. I see the numbers going up. So I see that Jane is here, Lance is here, Laura is here, Alayla is here, Mr. Pineapple is in the building. So listen, wherever you guys are tuning in from, definitely let me know. I want to know where you guys are tuning in from because I'm super nosy. I want to know like which city, right? Which city you guys are watching from. I feel like a lot of these people are probably in Texas. I've seen someone in Toronto. I've seen someone in DC. I see a few of you guys are in Tampa because I literally know where you live. So some of you guys are viewing from Tampa. Hello, Katrina. Happy Wednesday. It is officially, right? A wine down Wednesday. God, I haven't said that in forever. I have not said that in forever, right? So there are some upcoming events that are happening all over the world, but mostly at Accent Styles Boutique. And so, hello, Denise. Right? Listen, not Denise saying I may need that shoe rack. It's always the one. See, this is why I usually tune in from the store. I try to like I try to like leave my personal life like personal, but I couldn't help it. I was like, let me go home, get in my like cozy pajamas, let me get relaxed, let me tune in from the house because sometimes like once I've unwind at the store, right? Once I'm relaxed and I'm unwind, I'm like, God, do I really like want to get in the car and drive home? And 9 out of 10 times, mostly 10 out of 10 times, the answer is no. I don't want to drive home. And so listen, it is what's coming up next, right? Because I have lost my complete train of thought. I got a message and now I'm flustered. So tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is the first day of Black History Month. And I cannot wait to be blickety black. I cannot wait to be black and excellent. I can't wait to be black and beautiful. There are so many events that are taking place in the month of February. I think I want to share them on repeat like every single day. I'll probably add like more to the listings. I know coming up February 2nd, there's an event in St. Pete where the artist Jones will actually be one of the artists there. She's also one of the artists at the boutique. And so she's done a mural, not just at my store, but at 7th and Grove and numerous stores all around Tampa, all around the world. And so I actually have a piece, right? So one of the many upcoming things is that we have a new product, right? We have a new product where we have literally collabed with the one and only Artist Jones. I'll probably show more of the items that we've collabed with later this week. But this is one of the many, right? I kind of gave like a slight preview before. So we've had these African backpacks, right, out in a different color. Right now we have it like in this kind of brownish orange color, but she literally hand painted, right? The straps on the bag, the sides of the bag, the entire bodice, right? The entire silhouette of this bodice has been painted. I absolutely love what she has done. I'm excited to see more of her creative juices flowing so I can see like what she creates and how she creates them, and how we can continue to partner and build this bridge. Hello, Artesia. Thanks for tuning in. So listen, the items are not on the site now, but they will be very soon. AccentStylesBoutique.com, where you will have the opportunity to place your order for the pre-sale, right? There is going to be a pre-launch in the month of February. So probably tomorrow will be the first day of the launch. This is just your beautiful, I don't want to say it's a warning. This is like your heads up. This is your beautiful heads up that there is going to be two featured products on the site starting tomorrow that are going to be only available for pre-sale, right? They're going to be available for pre-sale once we've sold. After about 1 or 2 weeks, we are not going to put it back up, right? We're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it for the elite, leave it very like calm and chic. I don't want too many people to have them. I don't enjoy when the entire city is walking around and looking the same, right? I want people to be able to see things and say like, that's accent. So that's the goal. The goal is for it to look exactly like accent. So let's see. So Valentine's Day, right? We know that Black History Month is coming up. It is an entire, is it 28 days or 29 days this year? Let's see. It is 29 days. It's the leap year. It is a leap year. Oh my goodness. That's probably why it feels so different. It is a leap year. So we got 29 days this month for Black History Month. And I'm super excited about it. within the month of Black History Month, we have Valentine's Day, right? We have Valentine's Day. Please don't ever put an M in it. Listen, you ever want to annoy me? You ever want to annoy me? Say Valentine's. Say Selman, right? These are the things that you can do. Say Mines. These are the things that you can do. I see people laugh and I'm like, these are the things that you can do to annoy me, to officially make me go mad. The things that can make me go insane. Say Valentine's, say Salmon, and say, even Salmon is a struggle to say. Like it hurts literally saying the word. And say Mines. Say Mines. Oh my God. Like, listen, it is really not that hard. It is, I promise you. I promise you, it is not that hard. So Valentine's Day is coming up. I think your girl has a Valentine, right? I think your girl, I think your girl has a Valentine. I think your girl got a Valentine, y'all. So listen, I see people laughing. They are so silly. Listen, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, but I think your girl got a Valentine. So usually I'm not like super excited about the day. I'm like, it's a day for me to spend with my girls, which is beautiful. It's a day for me to love on myself, which is beautiful. But this year is very different because your girl got a Valentine. Not people putting eyes in the comment. I cannot listen. So, how are you guys spending Valentine's Day? Are you guys spending it with girlfriends, right? Are you guys going to spend it with a girlfriend? Are you going to spend it just with friends? Are you going to spend it with someone special? Um, I am super curious. I want to know. I want to know, how are you guys spending Valentine's Day? Hey, Lisa. Happy Wednesday. Um, I'm curious. So for years, I've always spent it like with girlfriends, and I guess they call it like Galentine's Day. And we buy each other flowers and we go to dinner and we hang out. Sometimes we like give gifts so we can like display like self-love in each other's life. Um, so maybe you buy like your friend a massage or you buy yourself a massage or you go hiking or these are different ways like you can love on yourself if you're not as fortunate as me to have a Valentine this year. You can still love on you, right? You can still love on you. And so I see someone in the comments because I have the live here as well. Artesia said with Bay. Okay, honey, spend Valentine's Day with Bay. All right. Everybody not able. Woo, woo. Shout out to those that are spending Valentine's with Bay. So yeah, there are a plethora of ways that you can spend it. It doesn't just have to be with Bay. It doesn't just have to be with friends. You can always spend it by yourself, like loving on yourself. And I know that people choose not to celebrate Valentine's Day because maybe they feel like it comes from pagan roots or pure roots. But for me, I never really focus on those things. And I don't think that's just like out of like ignorance, um, or like me just not paying attention to like the root of things. I really just feel like I just take the day to spend it in a way to love on me. And so, above all else, maybe Valentine's Day is not your day. You can always choose another day or another, time throughout February to love on yourself or love on a small business or find a way to display love, right? So, one of the other events that we have coming up is we are encouraging people to love on Kenya this 2024, right? This 2024, we want to encourage people to love on Kenya in a different way. And so we want people to actually agree to pledge $20.24. It's not a lot. You can always donate it via, Cash App. Our Cash App handle is at the bottom. You can always go to Patreon. You can sign on that way and basically like see different ways that you can give, whichever method you feel comfortable. We're just asking people. There are a lot of needs for the people in Kenya. There are a lot of needs for the kids in Kenya. There are a lot of needs throughout the world, right? But we know that Accent Styles Boutique is a mission based boutique, and through a percentage of every single sale, we love on Kenya, right? We give back to the kids in Kenya. We help them with their hygiene. We help them with their personal needs, with their education. We help them with tutoring. We've partnered with a lot of programs around the entire city of Tampa. We've partnered with Moffat. We've partnered with Tico. We have partnered with Truth Outreach Global Ministries. We've partnered with Renew and Revival. We have partnered with a lot of people, but there is still so much work to do. And so we'd like you guys to take on the challenge to change a life today. We want you guys to positively impact the lives of the kids in Kenya. And you can do so by donating via Cash App to Accent Styles Boutique or signing up to make the pledge routinely on Patreon, where it will come directly out of your account. And so we're using the motto because it is 2024 to donate $20.24. Of course, you can always go above and beyond. But I think it's really cute because it's 2024. And why not start the first month of the year giving back, right? Yeah, so these are the ways that you can give. You can give via Cash App, you can give via Patreon or the website. If you decide to use Cash App, the name is Accent Styles. If you decide to use Patreon, you can look us up under Angie DeGante. And if you want to go directly to the website, that way you can have your printout, you can go to accentstylesboutique.com. Right. So, one of the other things that we have coming up, right, because we're talking about upcoming events. I know I got a little distracted. I started talking about Bay. I started talking about all of these other things that are occurring, right? But one of the upcoming events is Kenya 2024, right? How can we forget? 2024 is happening in Kenya this year, right? This August, the 20th through the 29th. You have the opportunity to tour with me, right? It is a 9-day tour of unforgettable activities. There are so many activities, I don't even know where to begin. It is 9 full nights. The deposit is $400. You will see traditional activities, you will see activities of like luxury. Every single night is supposed to be extremely comfortable. Um, what you get when you sign up for the tour is 9 nights of accommodations. You get a minimum of 14 meals. We do 12 excursions. We give you the transportation around Kenya, and you are able to visit 2 countries and multiple cities, right? So we have camelback riding. They have where you have the opportunity to do the island tour and visit the slave castles. You also get to see how people live locally in huts. And so it is a trip of a lifetime, right? It is a trip of a lifetime. Hello, Willie. Thank you for tuning in. And so I'm like, I beseech thee, right? I'm telling you guys, this is not one of the tours that you want to miss. You definitely want to be on it. I'm super excited that I am able to give people the experience of luxury and local activities. And so while we may be like camelback riding and hanging out with the Maasai during the daytime, at night there are full on massages. It is a 5-star housing experience. We have private chefs, we have maids. And so there are so many things that happen on this tour that I can't even begin to explain. We have walking safaris where you literally get to walk with the animals. You'll walk with the giraffes. You'll walk next to the camels. You'll walk next to the zebras. There is so many things that you get to see on this tour. And so, listen, before I wrap it up with more upcoming events, I want to give you guys like a short 40-second break and allow you guys to see our most recent commercial that was created by none other than Twan Williams, which is the owner of A-Dubs Entertainment. Kenya is one of the most vibrant cultures in Africa. And here at Accent Styles Boutique, we bring that vibrant culture to you. From apparel to accessories, we provide handcrafted products straight from Kenya designed by local tribes. Our styles are for everyone. And when you purchase with us, you can feel good knowing that a portion of your purchase helped transform the lives of orphans in Kenya. So come experience Kenya through Accent Styles Boutique, where we bring the culture of Kenya to you. Perfect. So I absolutely love the video. I am so proud of his work. I feel like he is extremely professional. He delivers his products on time. He is very meticulous. He makes sure that you actually love the product that you're getting before you ever like finalize anything. And so if you guys have the opportunity, reach out to A Dubs Entertainment, also known as Twan Williams, right? I'll probably put his information in the description later. That way you guys can properly reach out to him. And so, listen, we're still talking about upcoming events, right? So, one of our many upcoming events that is coming up is, oh, someone says looks amazing. How sweet. Oh, Willie said great promo. Thanks, guys. You guys are so sweet. So, one of the many things that we have coming up is, I'm not sure if you guys know, but one of my skill settings is branding. And so we have a Zoom coming up. It is February 5th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. And it is Marketing Essentials with Ange. So if you guys are interested in receiving the link and you're like, hey, Ange, I've actually seen some of your past Wind Down Wednesdays where you give lots and lots of business tips, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be able to sign up and actually attend the Zoom for free, which I never do. You're like, hey, I want to attend this Zoom. I am offering only for the month of February because I feel like it is Black History Month, and it's also Valentine's Day. I should be loving on people and giving people like a little break. So I really want to help you guys help yourselves, especially through the power of business, through the power of marketing. And so I want you guys to be able to join the Zoom on February 5th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. And so we're going to talk about enhancing your digital fingerprint, and ways to monetize your business and take it to the next level through automizations, right? Through basically, right? I want you to be able to do the things that you want to do without even having to physically do them. And so you guys are probably thinking like, what is an automation? And if that is your question, right? You're like, what is an automation? What is an algorithm? How do I master it? How do I get a digital fingerprint, right? You guys need to be on the Zoom. And so if you're interested, you can always slide in my DMs. The DMs are open for marketing. You can also write in the comments, hey, I want the link, and I will definitely send it to you. So listen, you guys, there has been crazy, crazy things happening. I almost forgot. There has been crazy things happening, I feel like all of January. And so we have heard about, Regina King and Angela Bassett kissing. We have seen the guy jumping over the podium. We've heard about the Nikki and Megan. But listen, there has been so many things happening. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this up on the screen. There's a lot of things happening in each and every box, right? On this picture. But I want you guys to tell me, what is the craziest thing that happened in 2024 so far? Thus far, what is the craziest thing that has happened in 2024? Right? So I know that I still see people saying link, please. Some people are already screaming things out. I will definitely get you guys the link. I see Laura asking for the link. I will get it to you guys. But listen, what is the craziest thing? There has been the Stanley Cup phenomenon. There has been the Lori Harvey and Idris getting back together. There has been, the crocodile tears of Taraji P. Henson crying about being underpaid by the payment that she agreed to, but I digress. We've also seen the Cat Williams. We've seen that old girl has been set free. Listen, we've seen that there was a tornado. We've seen old boy jump over the podium and get a hold of the judge. Listen, we've seen him literally give her back a taste of something different. So I see people on Facebook are saying, Cat ringing the alarms. Listen, Cat Williams was definitely a big surprise. Um, Lovelace said Nikki and Megan wins because Nikki lost her mind. I definitely think she lost her mind. They also said, but the guy jumping over the podium was crazy too. Oh my goodness, listen. The tea is happening on Facebook. So listen, you guys, if you guys ever want your notifications to pop up on the screen, definitely tune in by watching on YouTube Live. You guys can go to the YouTube Live under Angie Digante, and that is the way that your comments are able to appear on the screen. But look, I have wait. Lori and Idris are back together. Ciao, side eye, right? So they haven't officially stated that they are back together, but we did see them at some of the same resorts at the same time doing some of the same activities via Instagram and Facebook and other social media platforms and on Twitter. So, they haven't really said that we're back together, but there are lots and lots of waves that state they may be back together, right? They may be back together. So, my question is for box number 4, right? Box number 4, where Regina King and Angela Bassett are giving like a light kiss. They are not making out. There is like nothing that's too explicit. Do you guys feel like this is just something that people misread into? Like, do you feel like it was like a mom and daughter type of kiss, or like a grandma and granddaughter, like just a family moment or just a loving moment? Or do you guys really feel like do you feel like the media kind of twisted this, or do you feel like it was a real kiss? Cuz I have my opinions, right? I have my opinions, but I would love for you to share yours. I see there's a lot of people tuning in on Facebook, there's lots of people tuning in on YouTube. Listen, there's a lot of people on IG right now. There has to be like 30 plus people right now tuning in, right? I know that people usually have like millions tuning in, but right now I feel like 30 is a solid number where people can comment and definitely let me know, right? If you guys think that number 4, the box where Angela Bassett and Regina King are giving like a light smooch, are they like really twisting this? Is the media twisting this? Listen, I see some people say, like, I don't know. Some people are saying it's definitely, I'm reading all the comments over here. Some people are saying the media twisted. I feel like the media twisted it. I did not feel like it was anything romantic about the image or the action. I really feel like it was something to just distract us from everything else. So that was like kind of wild how I feel like they tried to create a hashtag black love out of something that was not black love when it should have just been hashtag black excellence. The other thing that kind of threw me for a loop was square number 6, right? Square number 6 is where Taraji P. Henson is bawling her eyes out and complaining about being underpaid by the pay which she agreed to, right? So I get that people can agree to being underpaid. I get that people can actually not be being paid like their worth. But I also think that people should also take ownership and own up to when they've agreed to something, right? So there's a quote. I think the quote is by, I can see her face, but I can't hear her name right now, right? But there's a woman that basically states, when when people abuse you and you don't complain, they'll say you liked it, right? So for a lot of us, we're like, hey, Taraji P. Henson is really complaining about being underpaid, but she agreed to all of the underpayments. And I don't think it was just right. Willie Hannah just said, you get in life, you get what you negotiate, right? You get what you negotiate. And I couldn't have said it better. You get what you negotiate. And so if she didn't hire a team that would negotiate on her behalf, it wasn't The Color Purple that failed her, any of the previous movies. She failed herself, her lawyer failed her, and whoever negotiated and read the contract, they also failed her. The other thing was that, has Taraji P. Henson actually put in the work to be paid to the caliber of Will Smith or Denzel Washington? Because this is the pay that she was comparing herself to. And I mean, I get it. You were in Baby Boy, and I think you were in Empire for one or two scenes. I am so shady. I'm like, you were in Empire for one or two scenes, but by all means, right? Um, by all means, you agreed to the payment that you received. So I don't get it. I didn't get the crocodile tears. The crocodile tears and her blaming Oprah and trying to, tear other people down, right? Willie Hannah said she had her role in the Benjamin Button and it was impeccable, right? So maybe it was impeccable, right? But I'm like, I feel like there are A-list actors and actresses, right, the Denzels, the people like that, the people, the Angela Bassett's, people that have really had phenomenal role after role after role, um, that she was comparing herself to. And so I just wanted to see her craft grow with her, or her grow with her craft, before she began to ask for additional payment. Um, so Artesia said, I think it's a payment gap. I agree. I do think someone said Oprah is a huge blame side eye. Listen, they said, I think it's a pay gap. So I think Artesia is speaking to like the pay gap being within like black actors. And I do think there is a pay gap, but I also think there's a pay gap across the board. I don't think the directors are being paid as much as directors should be being paid. I don't think the producers are being paid as much as the producers should be being paid. And so therefore I don't think the actors are being paid what they should be paid. I think it would be equivalent to like black owned restaurants versus, other establishments that people go in there and they pay the cost of the wine, they pay the cost of the food, and no one really complains. Hi Denise, thanks for tuning in. And nobody complains. And so I think it's just one of those things where she really just let, you know being underpaid become like her normal. And I get, right, wanting to be paid more or wanting to give yourself a raise. Me as a small business owner, I want to give myself a raise often. Like every year, I feel like I deserve a raise. But I also will put in the work of taking customer service courses and doing like all of these things, or showing, where I feel like my business has grown and I've shifted to, I guess, like speak on my own behalf of why I deserve that raise. I also see where someone said she has numerous roles. She has been hustling for a while. And I get hustling, right? But I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if her hustling should have equated to her wanting to be paid the same rate that Tom Cruise was being paid or Denzel was being paid. Like Artesia just said, advocate for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself. And I think that she could have advocated so many ways before she decided to go public, right? Before she decided to literally, I guess not, I guess I'm probably a little bit salty too, because I feel like in all of this, there are so many black legacies that are being torn down. Um, later in life, rather they were in the right or in the wrong, people are speaking up like very late. And so I feel like there's just this big thing where people are really tearing down a lot of our black legacies. I feel like Oprah being one of them. I know that people have like a lot of opinions about Oprah, or a lot of opinions about the motives of her behavior. But by all means, she has definitely paved the way for a lot of black successors. She has definitely paved the way. Now, Artesia said the wine is kicking in. Listen, it's a dry December for me, so no wine for me. I'm literally on juice and water. So enjoy the you guys that are tuning in that are winding down with wine and not tea or water. Enjoy it for me. Enjoy it for me. But I feel like I feel like Oprah has paved the way for a lot of black successors, and I feel like if Taraji, even though a statement came out later saying that she wasn't as upset as she portrayed in the media. I think if she had had a sidebar with Oprah, things would have looked very different. And so, yeah, those are my two that really threw me personally for a loop this year. I think the Taraji P. Henson with the crocodile tears, and probably the Angela Bassett scene where they tried to like spin it. Lena said Taraji didn't blame Oprah though. It was the company she was speaking about. Agreed. Okay, so she did later come out and like correct it. There was just so many things that were in tabloids, if you will, or in TMZ or the Shade Room or other avenues where people were saying, how she felt about Oprah, how she felt being a part of Oprah's production. And I think like immediately, right? Lovelace said, Nikki didn't throw you for a loop. She did. She definitely did. But I feel like it was the company, it was definitely the company that she was speaking about, but she could have taken that moment to go live, because I feel like everybody goes live at every single moment. You know, we have a lot of people that go live, celebrities, in the exact moment stating how they felt. And as soon as that came out, she could have went live and said, "Hey, do not boycott the color purple." You know, she didn't have to wait 1, 2, 3 weeks, few days, however long she took to finally share her opinion. She could have spoke out immediately and said, "Hey, don't boycott the color purple because this was definitely not an Oprah thing. This was a lack of negotiating my pay thing." Um, Willie Hannah said, "Nikki crying in the tears of a clown." Listen, I didn't want to go there. I did not want to go there. I didn't want to talk about the foolishness. Number 10, right? Coming in hot. Number 10 definitely threw me for a loop. Number 3 was also a loop where people were paying more than $50 for, you know, a bottle that they were going to fill with water that they're probably never going to use. Um, that one threw me for a loop. But honestly, seeing the sales, how they went from, a few 100,000 to 750 million in 2024 was an absolute eye opener for me and the way that I, perfect my business and the projections and the goals that I have for my business. My goals are way different this year. My goals, my mindset, my thinking, every single thing is different now that I literally seen a company that was struggling to sell their bottles go from struggling to have sales to struggling to keep them in stock. And so, you know what? Like, that's my prayer for everybody in 2024. For the ones that were struggling to make sales this year, I was struggling to stay in stock for you. I want you guys to sell out. I want you guys to be booked for every speaking engagement. I want you guys to be on every panel. Listen, I want you guys to be on every platform. I just want us to win. I really, really want us to win. And I think that brings me to listen, that brings me to number 10, right? That brings me to number 10, the one that Willie was talking about, the Meg and Nikki, and the one that Love Lake keeps mentioning every once in a while. The Nikki and Megan hate was crazy. First of all, I hate to see black women fight. I do not enjoy it. I don't like to see, like, the things that I heard Nikki was saying, where she literally encouraged the Barbs to go dig up the grave of Megan's mother, or the corpse of Megan's mother, will absolutely behoove me for the rest of my days. I have no words for that type of sickness. I really feel like Nikki needs help. Nikki needs to go get the help that she needs. Right? Lena said Nikki is a bully. But I'm like, beyond being a bully, Nikki is sick. Mentally, right? Nikki needs help. I want Nikki to get the help that she needs. I want her to get the help that she deserves. I want her to start loving black women again, because clearly somewhere there was an element of black hate that was pumped inside of her. Yo, listen, so someone posted the craziest thing today, and I could not agree more. So they talked about Nikki and her plastic surgeries and how much toxins and things like that go into your body. And they were like, honestly, do you think that that many toxins or that much filler or that much plastic could go into a body and it not alter your mindset, it not alter the way that you think or the way that you behave? And in that moment, I was like, whoa, like, it sounds crazy. It sounds far fetched, but it also sounds so true. Like, it really, really sounds true. I cannot imagine that many toxins going into your body and it not reshaping your behavior or your demeanor. Lena said Nikki needs help for real. She's mad at the world for who she married. I was not going to talk about Meg's Law. I was not going to get on this internet and talk about Meg's Law. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Listen. Lovely said Nikki is sick and is so foul, right? Listen, there's so many comments that are happening over here. Um, listen, I don't want to listen. There are so many things that I could say. I really could go on and on and on about that. I will say a lot of you guys voted for number 8, which was Cat Williams, that he was the craziest thing in 2024. And I couldn't agree more. I think that I absolutely loved his interview. At first, I thought I wouldn't, because I was like, I'm gonna get on this interview. I'm gonna watch this interview, and it is going to be filled with so much profanity and so many disgusting conversations that I'm not going to be able to stomach it. But lo and behold, right? Lo and behold, I was able to, and I learned so much in that video. I feel like I took so many quotes, right? Listen, Lena said Cat Williams aired it all out. I took so many quotes from this Cat Williams interview. I was so inspired by so many of the things that he said. Listen, I feel like any room I walk into, I am going to speak my truth. Any person I encounter, I will never have an allegiance to losers. It is not like me, right? I will never do that. There was so many quotes that I will hang on to that are definitely going to push me to the very next level. And so the Cat Williams was a beautiful, beautiful surprise. And we say that Cat Williams was the craziest thing that happened in 2024. We mean crazy good. We mean crazy great. We mean no one expected Cat Williams to be able to have these types of conversations and for us to be able to connect the dots in live time to confirm that every single thing that he was saying was true. And I think that was the biggest problem that people had. Every single thing that he said was true. Every single thing. Like, I couldn't find one thing or one rebuttal where people were like, hey, Cat was wrong, or he wasn't right, or this isn't real, or this never happened. Nope. Listen, listen, little black Jesus. Everything that he said was truth. He is the truth. Listen, um, Katrina said, I'm so out the loop. The only thing that I know anything about is the Cat Williams. You know what, Katrina, after I get off this live, I'm definitely going to catch you up. Or I could do like a short synopsis. Number one, that picture, there was a tornado in Miami. We never have tornadoes in Florida. Number two, Idris and Lori Harvey, the woman that never really keeps a man, kind of just uses them at her own disposal, has found her way going back to back to back to this same man. And we've never seen her do that. Number three, a business that struggled, right? A white company that struggled to make sales because they were selling to the wrong audience, switched their audience that they decided to appeal to and went from 100,000 in sales to 750 million in less than a year. Number four, Angela Bassett and Regina King happened to share a small kiss at the awards. Number five, this gentleman got a taste of something new, right? The judge said she was sentencing him to a longer stint of time in prison, and he literally ran past the bailiffs and was able to jump over the podium and onto the judge and swing on her and give her a taste of something new. Number six, Taraji P. Henson is literally bawling her eyes out about receiving the pay that she agreed to, right? She is a underpaid actress that agrees to being underpaid and performs for underpayments and is now complaining, right? Number seven, listen, there's so many things that we can say about number seven. Gypsy is free. Gypsy is a girl that pretended most of her life with the encouragement of her mother that she had cancer. She could not walk. She was wheelchair bound. However, none of these things were true. She could walk. She could talk. She did not have cancer. And so her and her boyfriend created a plan and plotted to kill the mother, which they did successfully. And so while her ex-boyfriend is still in prison for a crime she convinced him to commit, she is now free. Number eight, the Cat Williams thing that Katrina said she's already in the loop about. She knows about that. Number nine, how did we almost miss number nine? Haley Bell, the sister of Chloe, said that she was not pregnant for months, just for us to find out that the accusations that we accused her of were true. She was very much pregnant, and she very much had a little boy. And all of the photos and images that DDG posted in reference to having a baby was true. Number 10, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki are going neck to neck through diss tracks, something that is very common for Nicki. Nicki has a lot of hate that she's been spewing out on Black artists these days. And so Meg is conveniently her next victim. And so now, Katrina, you are officially caught up a majority of the craziest things that have happened in the month of January. And so there you have it, guys. Listen, it has been 49 minutes. Actually, it's 50 minutes and 5 seconds. And I am very proud of myself. I don't think I have been on a live this long in a very long time. I think in reference to Gypsy Lovely keeps saying the D is 5. Listen, and you definitely have to be a part of like the comments, like in the comments to understand exactly what Gypsy was saying when she was defending her man on every single corner. About because I think they said the new boyfriend looked like her mom, which was very, very strange. Um, I think through the entire thing, the strangest thing is that Gypsy really took no ownership. So number 7, she really took no ownership in some of the crimes that she committed. And the largest, most heinous crime of her getting her boyfriend to kill her mother, she really did not own up to it, which was absolutely disgusting to me. But I digress. Listen, again, there are so many things that are coming up. I've seen a lot of you guys actually comment that you want the link, but again, if you want to be on the Zoom for free, the complimentary moment for February 5th, 2024, where we have our marketing essentials with Ange, where you're able to learn about automations, digital fingerprints, and how to take your business to the next level by beating the algorithms. Definitely comment. Let me know that you want the link. I wanted you guys to be a part of it. And then lastly, if you guys have the opportunity or you guys have the extra finances for the year of 2024, we are asking people to donate $20.24. It is not limited to that amount. You can always go above and beyond. But this year, we want to do something very, very different, very, very intense in the most beautiful way. We want to positively impact the lives of the kids in Kenya. And so we're building a library, Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, Lola Benet. I want to say, I believe her name was Lola Benet. I think that's her last name. Have collectively collected over 2,000 books. And so we are well on our way to establishing this library this year. We want to make sure that it happens. And so there's multiple ways for you guys to donate. If you guys are in the city of Tampa or plan on visiting it anytime soon, definitely pop in 2724 North Florida Avenue. I feel like I have seen a vast majority of the people that are tuning in tonight in the store this month, and that makes me extremely happy. If you guys haven't tapped that follow already, check us out on Facebook, on TikTok, on IG under Accent Styles Boutique. And you guys can find us on YouTube under Angie Digante. Listen, I had so much fun tonight. I feel like I have to do this next Wednesday. Listen, um, January and December were very, very intense for me. And so I had so many things happening, so many things going on, so many loss, so many gains. And so I really just took a little step away from Wind Down Wednesday, but I promise you guys, I'm back on my consistency. And so every single Wednesday at 7 p.m., we will be winding down together. This year, Valentine's Day is on a Wednesday. I can't promise you that I will be here because, again, your girl has a Valentine. Listen, your girl has a Valentine. So I can't promise you that I will be on that Wednesday. But all of the other Wednesdays for the rest of my days, I am going to, exude this consistency. So peace, love. Hello, Ebony Henry. You are here just in time for the ending. But peace, love, and lots of African culture. I love you guys. Sana, sana, sana. And until next Wednesday, bye.